Hey nerds, welcome to Agent Carter, Theories and Conspiracies. I'm your host Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd. This week on Agent Carter we had some shout outs to things involving Tony Stark, we had some old Marvel comics, and we've got some theories about who Violet, that's Sousa's girlfriend slash fiance, who she really is. So there's a lot to talk about, but first let's talk about the things that are going to affect Tony Stark in the future. The first, when we were in Howard's lab with Wilkes and they were working on everything, there was a shot of a stained glass window that the camera kind of lingered on. And initially it didn't look like much, but the official Agent Carter Twitter account tweeted it out and said, this looks familiar. So going back and taking a look at it, it looks like this is a graphic representation of an arc reactor. So it's possible that Howard is already working on the arc reactor or has an idea about it, but can't really finish it or finalize it because of the technology of the day. That's the story we learned in Iron Man 2. So that was great. Secondly, we have our first, not even a beta, but just the beginning of the Jarvis AI. After Peggy was assaulted at Howard's house, him and Jarvis put in this new security system that has the disembodied voice of Jarvis. And Jarvis makes a comment about how much he hates hearing his disembodied voice. But this is clearly the precursor to what is going to become the Jarvis AI and eventually Vision. So there you go. We just had an origin for Vision in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it starts in Peggy Carter. So this is clearly going to be something that's going to continue throughout. Tony's going to hear it as a kid, and with a dad who's basically absentee most of the time, Jarvis and the disembodied voice of Jarvis, because we don't know if he ever actually meets the real one, is going to become important, and that's why he's going to base his AI off of that. He may even take whatever state the security system is and just change it and adapt it. But that was great to see that. So nice little Easter egg there with that. The next thing we had is the kid Colt Comics. These are actually Marvel comics. It was the longest running Old West comic ever put out. It started in 1948, so the timeline fits. Ran from 48 to 79. He pops up every now and then, often when current superheroes doing any time traveling. But he was also recently, in 2010, in a series consisting of a team called the Sensational Seven. And this was with the Rawhide Kid, so a lot of these cowboy western characters. And the team was Kid Colt, Doc Holliday, Annie Oakley, Billy the Kid, Red Wolf, and the Two-Gun Kid. And they had to go save the Earp brothers. So the Kid Colt comics you can find them online or anywhere if you're interested to see more about what that is and what that character was. So, but that takes us to the big theories about who Violet was. But the first one, in order to do that, we have to understand more about that group in the Arena Club. I believe, and a lot of people also agree, that this is the Secret Empire. This is the MCU version of the Secret Empire, which it was originally founded by a scientist, and so we already see that we've got some scientists there. But he felt like an anonymous nobody, so he started this organization as a criminal enterprise, and it was actually a subsidy it was being subsidized by Hydra. So you can see why they use that symbol, because Hydra is funding these guys, even though they're not technically under Hydra. So the Secret Empire originally, as far as Hydra was concerned, was basically there to serve as a distraction. It was to keep S.H.I.E.L.D. off of Hydra's back and draw some of the attention, some of the focus. And that's kind of what we see what's going on. The SSR, the early version of S.H.I.E.L.D., is now heavily focused on this Secret Empire. So it's very likely that we are going to get a lot more references and shout-outs to the Secret Empire as we're learning more about this group. Now, the reason this is important is one of the theories about who Violet is that she is a spy and Cyborg, if you're following the comic, although I don't think she's a cyborg in the show, but she's a spy for the leader of the Secret Empire. In the comics, a nurse by the name of Lynn Church was nursing back a sidekick of a hero, and during that time was helping to brainwash him and transform him into a cyborg. Now, they could be basing Violet off the Lynn Church character, and just using her to spy on the SSR and Sousa, just trying to find out more information. Not going so far as to try and brainwash him or to turn him into something else, but that they're just using her as a spy. The other theory, and this one comes from Jennifer Carey at the Marvel Report, so I'm not going to go into it because I want you guys to go check it out and read it, but the theory is that Violet actually is going to be marrying not Sousa, but Peggy's brother, and that she will actually be the mom of Sharon Carter, which is why Sharon and Peggy are aunt and niece. So check out the link below. Go to Jennifer's theory because it's great. She's got all of her evidence to back it up. So those are the two theories. Check them out. See which one you like best and let me know in the comments. And make sure to follow Jennifer Carey on Twitter and check out her Marvel Report. That being said, we also have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show. Jennifer's actually going to be a guest this week, so you can see her there. She's going to be talking about her theory and talking about this week's episode. It's Wednesdays at 6:15. And if you miss it, you can always check it out on YouTube and join us in the comments. Join us on Twitter. And yeah, let us know what your theories are. So until next week, this has been Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd, and this has been Agent Carter, Theories and Conspiracies.